Tommy's time treasure. High in the rafters of the old house, the attic smelled of cedar and forgotten dreams. Tommy climbed the rickety ladder, his flashlight cutting through the dancing dust motes. He wasn't looking for anything in particular, just a bit of adventure on a rainy Tuesday afternoon. Behind a stack of moth-eaten blankets, he spotted a small wooden chest with a silver latch. With a gentle click, the chest popped open. Inside, resting on a bed of velvet, was a pocket watch unlike any Tommy had ever seen. It had 3 dials instead of 1, and the hands moved backward in a slow, rhythmic dance. The metal was warm to the touch, humming softly like a sleeping bee. "I see you found the Chronos key," a voice creaked from the doorway. It was Grandpa Barnaby, leaning against the frame with a knowing smile. He walked into the room, his footsteps heavy on the floorboards. He hadn't told anyone about the treasure hidden in the attic for many years. Barnaby sat down beside Tommy and pointed to the smallest dial. "This watch doesn't tell you the time, Tommy. It takes you to it. But remember, the greatest treasure isn't in the past or the future. It's right where you stand." He showed Tommy how to align the gears, his aged fingers moving with practiced grace. Curiosity was a strong force, and as soon as Barnaby left to make tea, Tommy gave the middle dial a sharp twist. The attic began to blur. The walls dissolved into streaks of green and gold. Tommy felt a sudden gust of warm, humid air, and the sound of his own heartbeat was drowned out by a distant, earth-shaking roar. Tommy landed softly on a bed of giant ferns. The air was thick and tasted like rain. Suddenly, a long, scaly neck descended from the canopy. It was Lulu, a gentle giant with eyes as large as dinner plates. She let out a soft huff, smelling Tommy's hair with a curious sniff. Tommy laughed and reached out to touch Lulu's rough skin, but he remembered Barnaby's warning. He wasn't supposed to stay long. He checked the watch, but the hands were spinning wildly. He realized he had twisted the dial too far. He pressed the reset button, hoping to see the attic again. Instead of the attic, Tommy found himself standing on a platform made of solid light. Above him, sleek silver pods zipped through the air between towering glass spires. The ground hummed with energy, and the sky was a brilliant shade of violet. He had gone too far forward. "Identification required," a cheerful voice chirped. A small, floating robot named Zip hovered in front of Tommy's face. Zip had a screen for a face that displayed a friendly yellow smiley face. "You look out of sync, little human. Do you need a map to the nearest docking station?" Tommy shook his head, a lump forming in his throat. The future was bright and exciting, but it felt cold and lonely. He pulled a small, crumpled photograph from his pocket, a picture of him and Barnaby in the garden. He realized he didn't want to be in the land of dinosaurs or the city of robots. He wanted to go home. With a steady hand, Tommy carefully turned the dials back to the exact position Barnaby had shown him. He closed his eyes and thought of the smell of cedar and the sound of the rain on the roof. The light surged once more, and with a sudden pop, the floor became solid wood again. Barnaby was right there, holding 2 steaming mugs. Tommy handed the watch back to Barnaby. "It was amazing, Grandpa," Tommy whispered. "But I think I like this time the best." Barnaby ruffled Tommy's hair and handed him a mug. They sat together in the attic, listening to the rain, knowing that the real treasure was the moment they were sharing right then.
Subscribe to the channel and like the bell icon. Thanks for watching LevelUp Talks production. See you soon again.